Hola, from the west side. It is me, DCThePurpleDiva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, Miss Mahogany. Hey, Uppity in the clouds. I like how you did your upload earlier today, Chica, with Sui. She's so pretty. She's a cutie pie. We have made it to the end of the week, you guys. And I know I was kind of down in the dumps this morning, but I'm going to get those hours back. It wasn't a whole bunch of hours. If it had been 100 hours, then yeah, I should have been crying.
So my girlfriend recently bought this.
But it was 11 hours, and hopefully I'm just going to grind out enough hours to keep ahead of whatever the hours were during the same time period last year. Because apparently this must have been when I was getting some hours, and I'm just not getting ahead of them. But it's all good, because I'm going to get ahead of it. But I got a couple of things that I want to talk about tonight, you guys. Couple of things. So, I want to first talk about the fact that, yeah, I know there's a bunch of stuff going on. I'm going to first start off with, as the political world turns. So, if you guys don't know, as of today, Donald Trump Jr., or DJ as they like to call him, and Andrew Giuliani, both are COVID positive. This would be Donald Trump's son and Mr. Giuliani's son. Both of them have been in the White House. I believe Mr. Giuliani's son is some aide or something in the White House. Yep. Both of them are COVID positive. I'm telling you, Mr. Biden is going to have a deep cleaning of the West Wing. Everybody in that freaking White House is ending up with the COVID. But here's the good thing that we are hearing in regards to it. I don't feel bad for them either with their no mask wearing self. You know, and his girlfriend is the governor of California's ex-wife, who doesn't wear a mask himself when he's in social settings. But, you know, I talked about that last night. So, yeah, so now we have 2 more people within the White House that have COVID. But as I was saying, what they're finding now by following people who had COVID is that it appears that the people who get COVID and recover from it do have some type of antibodies in their system. And they know that right now that at least they have it for 6 months. But since this has only been around for less than a year, I guess they can only give us 6 months of data. But that is, I guess, hopeful, because that means that the people that have already had it, there's really no reason for them to go and get that daggone vaccine. At least not at this point. So that was good news in regards to COVID. They also are anticipating that they'll have the vaccine in early next year. Actually, they think they'll have it by December, the first batches, and be able to have it for essential workers in January. It's scary to me that it's coming so fast. I am concerned about the speed at which it's coming, because that makes you wonder, if they could do this fast for this, why is it taking them so long to find things for other things that also can be fatal? But one of the things that they are finding in developing these drugs or vaccines for COVID, they are discovering other uses or other things that could potentially be helped with these vaccines. So maybe they'll be faceted from that perspective. But I still am on the stance that I'm not getting a vaccine. I'm not getting one. Now, I will go get COVID tested. I'll do that because even though I'm in a bubble, I just, I'm going to be doing that because I'm going to be doing these movies. By the way, we're filming another movie tomorrow. This time I am the production assistant or the assistant director, that kind of stuff, doing all that kind of stuff. Hey, Terry. I'm just not getting the shot. I don't get the flu shot, y'all. I don't get the flu shot. And guess what? I haven't gotten the flu. It might be because I work from home. I mean, I got a bad cold, like earlier this year before quote unquote COVID. But I'm not getting it. We in California, well, I'll say the county that I live in, we're now under curfew again. Or it's not really a curfew. They don't want to call it curfew. But yeah, they're shutting businesses down. At 10 o'clock at night, it started tonight. Tonight it's from 10 to 7 a.m. And then starting tomorrow, it'll be from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Now, I don't know what this is going to do to, restaurants. I think that the restaurants will still be able to survive, being able to be open till 10. And I'm talking about, those that have the outside facilities, because, they no longer can have indoor dining anyway. So, that's what's happening out here in the West. I'm sure it's going to be spreading across the country, because the problem is that because the masks have been politicized, you have so many people who are anti-maskers. And then you have young people, and when I say young, I'm going to say under the age of 40. Because it's not even the underage of 30s that are doing it. It's people up really into their 40s that are congregating in close proximity, not wearing masks, having private parties. All of that stuff. So, it's going to be interesting what is going to happen during the Thanksgiving holiday. I personally would love to go see my dad. I want to see my daddy. But I'm not going to go see him during the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm going to wait. And besides, I got to get that daggone real ID. So I'm going to go ahead and get it because my driver's license expires on my birthday, which is in February. So, since I got to renew my license, I'm going to do it in person because, I have a good driving record. So I could do the, excuse me, just use the same picture, but I'm going to do it in person. Take my birth certificate in there and get the daggone real ID. Get it over with. You guys are under curfew too. They're not shutting down the schools here now, but see, next week, you know, the kids are on Thanksgiving vacation, I think, anyway, from their online school. So it won't impact them too much. I'm on vacation from my remote work all next week. Yes. Took the whole week off. But we're closed Thursday and Friday, so I really only took 3 days off. But y'all, I'm drilling down on these hours. I still have freaking a couple of weeks of vacation, but I'm not obviously be able to take it all before the end of the year. But I am going to probably try to take another week at Christmas. Right through the new year. That's what I think I'm going to do. That's what I think I'm going to do. But one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys saw the recent article from the Roots. And it was talking about my fellow autism mom, Holly Robinson Pete, and about her experience on The Apprentice. And when it came down to herself and Bret Michaels, you know, as to who was going to win, there apparently was a big, you know, a discussion about it. And Mr. Trump said they want the N-word to win, referring to Holly Robinson Pete. Now, this was, I believe, back in 2000, I think it was 2009 when she was on there. Nonetheless, this is something that, you know, we're now hearing about. I don't know if anyone heard about it before. This is the first that I'm ever hearing about him using the N-word in regards to my fellow autism mom. And I don't know. I wonder how the people, you know, the Black people who say he's not a racist feel about him using the N-word so freely in regards to Miss Holly Robinson Pete. My fellow autism mom, who was an autism mom at the time, by the way, when she went on there. You know, and he didn't want her to win. He wanted Bret Michaels to win. But he referred to her as the N-word. See, this is why I have a problem with us using it, really. Because then they just feel like they can just use it. You know, now, I mean, obviously, if you're at home and you're with your family and y'all are joking around and everything, okay, but at this particular point, I think the N-word, if you're going to be using it, should be behind closed doors, away from the people. Because they didn't, you know, they use it. I don't like it being used. I don't. But yeah, so this is Mr. Trump now, you know, who says he's not a racist. This is coming out in his last 61 days. More people in the White House are getting the COVID. Isn't it very interesting that, you know, all of a sudden we're starting to find out, you know, more and more about it's like, but I bet they were getting it the whole time. The whole time. It was probably going through the White House. Expunge that place. Expunge that place before you go into it, Mr. Biden. Seeing what you guys are saying in the chat. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and continue to bash this man because he's on his way out. But I am working on a song. I'm working on my my Al Yankovic version of 50 Ways to Leave the White House. You know, off of 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. I'm just thinking of doing a little parody. Trump is asking for a pardon from the governor. Yeah, he gonna be asking for a pardon. It's ad asking for a pardon. He gonna be asking for pardons. I wonder who else he's gonna pardon before he leaves, because you know he's gonna do whatever he can. He got to have himself in a specific situation. You know, he's got to have some leverage because they're just waiting for January 20th. Hey, DLD. Yeah, 50 ways to leave the White House. There must be 50 ways to leave the White House. Yeah, there are 50 ways to leave the White House. Telling y'all, I'm going to write some lyrics. I'm going to write some lyrics, and then I'm going to strum on a guitar. And I can't really play that well, so it's going to be literally going, 50 ways to leave a lover. You know, just doing it like that. But it's going to be 50 ways to leave the White House. So I got to go through the full lyrics of the original song and change them up. Change them up. And do it as a bon voyage, a bid adieu, a farewell to 45. Yes. Because it's time for him to go. You know, this has been the longest 4 years in my life. It's been a long 4 years. A lot of stuff has happened in this 4 years that he's been in this office. But let's talk about what's going on YouTube, y'all. Let's talk about that. Yeah, because that's what gets people views, huh? The mess on YouTube. There's just people that are just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Going after other folk for absolutely no reason. I really don't want to talk about how the manosphere is blowing up, but it's blowing up. Because apparently, or allegedly, you know, Jessica X may not be from the UK. Maybe somebody using, you know, a voice changer I don't know. And then we're finding out that there's people who are known felons of, I don't know, statutory rape and, women beaters, that people are just blindly following. Like, hey, Lawrence. Yeah, blindly follow behind these clowns. Now, I saw someone put a picture on Instagram today talking about that they have to accept their flaws, because they're a middle-aged woman, so they had a picture of themselves with no makeup on. Now, I don't wear makeup. You guys rarely see me with makeup. Y'all will get lipstick. That's about it. And because of COVID, I've gotten with the lash game, but I already have long lashes. So sometimes I wear the lashes, sometimes I don't. Hey, T-Million. We've talked about everything. Right now we're talking about YouTube drama. As the black sector turns. Crazy. Oh yeah, that one. It's a lot. Well, yeah, and then you've got another person who's talking about they're going to go around the country and file lawsuits against all these people who they doxed, like literally said their names on YouTube. Now, a couple of the people, have said their own names because they knew that these people were doxing them. So I knew, but other ones, I didn't know these people's names, and I didn't need to know their names. Hell, they don't know mine. What the hell is going on with everybody? It's past crazy. I've been burning my sage, trying to, but these folks, they need more help than that. And then I'm seeing people getting pulled into stuff by other folk. People putting up lives, saying people's names that don't have nothing to do with nothing. And then that person has to then now get up on their channel, which they just created, just so that they can respond to foolishness. Have to respond. It's getting to the point of ridiculousness. I'm like, nobody was talking about none of y'all people. But maybe that's what the problem is. Nobody was talking about y'all. They was just doing their content, right? Isn't that what y'all about? And I sure wish I knew why one YouTuber who I happen to be a sub of, because they do spoken word and stuff, blocks me. I still don't know why I'm blocked by this chick. Sometimes I see her in chats, and then other times I don't see her, but I see everybody saying hi to her, so I know she's in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm blocked, but you don't block people who talk about you. I ain't said nothing about you except hi to you in your own damn chat. And then you block me. Oh, you blocked me because I'm in Cookie's chat? Okay. So what? You know, people go around randomly blocking people who are their supporters. All right, that's good. Baked goods. You craving some baked goods? Shoot. I went out tonight, you guys. I patronized one of the newly opened Black-owned businesses because that's what we're trying to do now. So this is a new one. I mean, they barely opened, y'all. I think they've been open maybe a month, and it's a Cajun. Well, yeah, they say Cajun because you can't say Creole unless you're gonna give us Creole. You gotta be careful about saying Creole. So they say Cajun seafood place, and so they have the seafood broil, and I got the seafood boil. I got the blue crab one, and I forgot that New Orleans blue crabs. New Orleans blue crabs are much smaller than Chesapeake Bay blue crabs. Ours are huge. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming through, Shred 305. Thank you, Uppity, for telling them about. Shouts out to Uppity, so she'll hear this when she listens back. Thank you so much for coming through. Please be sure to smash that like button, y'all. But yeah. So I went there, and the stuff was so old, was so small. The crab were good, and I mean, but what made me like the place, you guys, is the guy gave me a free cup of his gumbo, and the gumbo was off the chain. Now, it wasn't Creole gumbo like your girl DC makes. It wasn't Creole gumbo. It was really that kind of Cajun gumbo because it was more red. And just for y'all who don't know the differences. So, okay. So, New Orleans Creole gumbo is more of a brown because of the filet that's in the roux. But the Cajuns use more tomatoes to make theirs. They use dried tomatoes actually to help their roux. So their roux is more red, and that's the kind that he made. Oh, Nightbot decided to show up. Hey, Nightbot. Nice to see you. But the gumbo was good. I'm not saying that the seafood broil wasn't good. It's just that the blue crabs are small. But I should have known because the price was under $20. That should have told me that I wasn't going to be getting big blue crabs. Because, usually if you're going to do a crab boil, seafood boil, usually the ones with the crabs in it, is usually somewhere between $25 and $30 or more. Nightbot came in. Thanks for coming in, Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot left. Nightbot came in and Nightbot left. Nightbot is so funky, y'all. That's why I can't do I can't do a silent live because Nightbot won't show up. That's why I haven't done it like those. You know how people do these overnight silent lives and then their Streamlab or their Nightbot just comes through and floats through the chat? Y'all see how my Nightbot acts? So therefore, whenever I'm live, I'm here. If I can figure out how to get Nightbot to act right, then I would do a silent live. Like, the world is doing silent lives. I should probably do one. Because it would probably make me get all those daggone hours that I need to get quick. I'm under 200 hours, you guys. And I am trying to get those 200 hours this freaking week. And you know what? I'm off the whole week of Thanksgiving. So that gives me plenty of time to be live. But I'm not doing no 9 and 10 hour live. I can't do it. I wish I could. You know, my dude's not going to deal with me being on live for 9 and 10 hours. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I guess I'll have to do like a bunch of 30-minute lives, or, you know, pop on several times a day. That's what I need to do. Pop on several times a day for more than like my little 1 minute that I do in the morning. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Sunny Boy is gone for the weekend. So I don't have to be Autism Mom this weekend, you guys. Autism Mom gets a weekend off, but that's only because we're filming tomorrow. Maybe I will definitely come live when I'm on set. I'll come live when I'm on set, because since I'm not actually in the movie, I will probably have some downtime when they're actually filming. And I can probably get on live with you guys, because I had a good signal the last time I went live when we were on set, and we're filming the same place. So I should be able to get a good signal. I know she's the only one he said hi to. Nightbot is so fickle. But you see what Nightbot said? That's what Nightbot is supposed to say to every single person. Nightbot is supposed to say that to everybody. It's supposed to say, welcome to each person. Welcome to the Purple Paisley Den. Sit back and enjoy the vibe. That's exactly what Nightbot is supposed to say to everybody. But Nightbot only says it to one person every time it comes in. So we're just going to let Nightbot do his thing. As long as Nightbot isn't timing anybody out tonight, then we should be good. Because usually people get timed out by Nightbot. Let me see. People usually get timed out by Nightbot. But Nightbot is behaving himself tonight. Yeah, you guys, the YouTube drama it's very interesting. You know, some of it is with people that have actually met offline. So those situations are just unfortunate, because people have receipts of deception, and yet the deceivers continue to say that they didn't do anything, and turn around and cry that they are actually the victims. Meanwhile, they continue to dox people. I mean, it went to the point of, I was in one live and a person took the chance to Dox a person by super chatting. They super chatted, doxing somebody. Wrote the person's name out in the daggone super chat. So then the YouTuber whose channel it happened on, it's like, oh God, now they got to go through the chat and try to edit that part out of the chat when it replays because they don't want the doxing to happen on their channel. And then the person gives a BS reason for why they doxed the person. There's no good reason to dox a person. They said because this person said this. But actually, from what I understand, they actually have charges filed against the person. So they're not just saying anything. They've actually taken legal action. So if they've taken legal action, doesn't sound like they're lying. Doesn't sound like they're lying. Not to mention the fact that I've seen what they're charging the person for myself. It was disgusting what was going on. But these are Black people on here who claim that they're about Black people, doing all kinds of awful things to Black people on YouTube. Sounds very contradictory to me. Hey, misunderstood. And I'm just here for peace and happiness. And to put a positive vibe out. But there's a lot of madness going on. People's information being put out on YouTube when the only person who should be putting somebody's information out on YouTube is the person whose information it is. Nobody else should be putting anybody's information out. It should be up to you what you want people to know. This is, after all, online. But it gets crazy. And I mean, there's been a few conversations a few lives, it some of it just saddens me because it's like, okay, I like a lot of the people that are in all of these, conflicts, and half the time it's like, well, why? What is the conflict really about? Why are they at odds about internet stuff? Literally, to me. Hey, Sunday. What did you say? People like too much. People like it too much. Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people do like the drama. Because, if I got on here and acted a fool, like everybody else does, then, I'd have a whole bunch of people in my chat. But even if somebody gets on here and acts stupid in regards to me, which will be dumb, I mean, y'all know me. And I'm talking about autism on my channel. I don't be talking about nobody. So that would be like me getting on here and cussing people out for no reason. If I got on here and was ranting and raving like that, you'd have a whole bunch of people in the chat saying, dang, what the hell's wrong with DC? But who wants that kind of crowding in your chat? Who wants 100 people in there to watch a meltdown or to watch you tear people down then you only have 20 people or 10 people if you're talking about something positive. I'd rather have the 10 to 20 people. Because guess what? They'll come back. The 100 people, 200 people, whatever, they're only going to come for the drama. They're not going to be there when you're giving your real content. That will have to become your content. And I'm too old to be a drama channel for all that mess. And I guess it's because, I don't know, I'm doing YouTube, as part of what I'm doing. It's not all of what I'm doing. Let me see what Terry said. They're going to slip up sooner or later. Somebody's going to see them somewhere, sometime in the Yeah, well, I heard that they're floating up and down the state I'm in. That's what I heard. They're floating between here and Vegas. That's what I heard about those folks. I don't even know if I wouldn't probably know him if I saw him on the street anyway. Well, actually, I don't know. He's kind of tall, but so's my dude. So tall is not uncommon to me. So maybe he wouldn't stand out. Maybe he wouldn't stand out. They think I don't know what they think. They think it's gangster to curse. I guess so. Well, here's the thing. We all know how to curse. We all know how to use curse words. A lot of us, that's just our normal way of talking. Your channel's going to be about giving finance. A foot massage. You are so silly. Or us going fishing. I just got a new subscriber today, that a couple that live in Croatia. Okay. So I'm expanding my audience, y'all. I'm expanding my audience. I can fish too, Lawrence. I got shipped off to the country when I was a kid. I know how to ride a horse too. I don't know what it was about that when it's like if you grew up in the city and you were black, they would ship, our parents would ship our butts off to the country in the summertime. So we learn how to do all the stuff from where they came from. My parents were from New Orleans. But, well, my mom was from New Orleans. My dad grew up in New Orleans. My dad is actually from Motown. But we'd have to go out to Baton Rouge. And compared to New Orleans, Baton Rouge is the country. People used to be up there fishing down at Haynes Point when I was a kid. I don't know if they really allow them to do too much now, but yeah, they fish out in the Chesapeake Bay. That's what I was saying, Lawrence. I got the seafood broil tonight with blue crabs, but they were New Orleans blue crabs from the Gulf. And their blue crabs are teeny tiny. Tell you, I could hold that thing in my palm of my hand. It must have been a baby. I must have had baby crabs. I'm not used to I'm not used to seeing little blue crabs. I'm spoiled with the ones from home. But they're spawning now, so that's one of the things. Like, that's why I had to get my crabs, you guys, from home back before Labor Day. Because typically, those of us who are from the DMV do not eat the crabs from the Chesapeake Bay except during the months of May, June, July, and August. Only the months that have no R in them. Because the crabs in the Chesapeake Bay are spawning. And if you eat crabs that are spawning, you will get sick. That's just a little, but that's one of the reasons why they don't eat the crabs there. We have a 4-month crab season. Then the rest of the year they're getting crabs from other places where they're not spawning. I know. I'm telling you, them little teeny crabs. And I don't mind, and I've done seafood boils, okay? Here's the thing. When you boil, you don't boil them till the crab is soft. Unless it's, you don't boil it that long. You don't want the crab to be too soft. That's a hint to anybody who's trying to do a crab boil. Do not boil too long. And if you're going to do that, I suggest you get, the Zatarain, or I think Obey has one. And then you put it, and the way that I do my seafood boil, see, I cheat. But the way that I do mine is I steam my crabs first. And then I, dump them in. And see, I do my seafood boil in the oven. So I leave it in the oven maybe, I don't know, long enough to get the little baby potatoes soft. And we're done. Yeah, soft fried crabs, but not soft boiled crabs. Soft fried crabs is good. There's a truck that I went to. I didn't go to it today, but I went to it on, did I go to it Wednesday of this week? And we went, and I got on Monday. They have fried crab. And his stuff is off the chain. It's called Mr. Taste Buds. He's on Instagram. So if you are in Los Angeles, follow him on Instagram, because he goes around, he takes his truck around the city, and he's open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because I caught him in Inglewood. And how I found out about this dude, shouts out to Lady Snoop. Because she posted his stuff on her community tab one day, y'all. And I was like, where's she getting that from? And then I saw, and then he popped up. Somehow he popped up on my Instagram, and I found him. So shouts out to Lady Snoop, because she's the one who told me about that one. But y'all, I'm trying to support our Black-owned businesses. I think the next time that I go to this Cajun Black-owned restaurant, definitely gonna get his gumbo, because his gumbo is good. But I think that I will not get the blue crabs. I will either get the snow crabs, the king crab, or if he has Dungeness, I'll get the Dungeness crab, because Dungeness crab is very, very sweet. It's sweet like blue crabs from the Chesapeake Bay. Those are the two ones that have very sweet meat. I know I only steam my crabs normally. And I'm used to when they boil the crabs, they don't boil them to the point that they, like, you don't, anyway. I'm not going to give y'all a lesson on how to boil. Let's just say that the owner of the restaurant needs to get his staff together on the boil process. You do not want to overcook the crab. That's all I'm saying. Sweet like you. Exactly, Miss Pamela. Sweet like you. And it's still Jovi's birthday here in the West. So shouts out to Jovi Beauty, who has turned the big 40. She has now graduated to Club 40. I remember my 40s, y'all. I remember my 40th birthday, too. I had a cool 40th birthday just like she's having. I wasn't in St. Bart, but I had just bought my house and I had just got a divorce. My divorce was final. So I had a girls' night in because my birthday is in February, y'all. And I put a big, huge fire in the fireplace. I had bomb food. I made gumbo for these ladies. I had seafood enchiladas. I made a couple of my dishes that I make. I made this dip that I make. All of this stuff. We had libations. We had music. And everybody was just talking about all kinds of stuff. It was just a good one. But yeah, today is Miss Jovi Beauty 40th birthday. And she is doing her thing. She is doing her thing. She's been posting her live. She's been posting her videos. Shouts out. And I know she will have a safe. What you looking for, babe? Oh. And I know she will have a safe trip back. I did not even realize that St. Bart was off the East Coast. You guys, I didn't know where it was. I didn't know it was in the Caribbean, Bermuda and all of that stuff. I had no idea where it was. I don't know. I don't know where I thought it was. But now that I know where it is, and I'm in the process of getting me a new passport. Your girl DC is going to be using that passport when she gets it to go places. And I'm getting a passport for said son. A new passport for said son, because my son had a passport before too. We do keep passports in here. Oh yeah, y'all have to check out Miss Jovi Beauty on her IG. Her IG be popping. And she puts a lot of stuff on her IG that she doesn't put on her YouTube. I need to, I need to figure out how people do all that stuff on IG. How they're doing the lives and everything on IG. Some people do lives on both IG and on YouTube at the same time. I don't know. I'm figuring out. I've only done one live on my Facebook. And I've done no lives on my Periscope. I need to get it together, huh? I need to get it together, but I'm trying to get my production quality together for y'all. I'm trying to get the production quality together because I see how everybody has all these nice, beautiful, seamless entrances into their shows. So I've got to create one of those too. I've got my signature music for my show. I have my signature, how I open it. I always say hola from the West Side. And I know people wonder why I always say hola from the West Side. So let me just tell y'all. I say that because I'm in Cali, y'all. And Cali's the West Side. And I say hola because I'm Afro-Latina. So I Spanglish it for y'all. That's why. Did you? Oh, wow. Yeah, I got to catch LaToya. She usually comes in if I'm on, when I come on during the day. That's why I'm going to do more during the day, because LaToya, unless her baby is up at night, she's sleeping. You off to bed, hon? All right. Oh, it's that time. Hola. Yep, hola. Exactly. We said hola because the H is silent. But I'm working on my Spanish for y'all. Yeah, she always comes through and watches my stuff on the replay. So I know she sees it. It's a few people that see my stuff on the replay. I know I'm on late at night for all the East Coast people. I especially thank you, Miss Mahogany, because you show up, so you in here. You're day one. You DOD and Miss Pamela. I stole y'all all from Jovi. Oh. Well, actually, I didn't steal y'all. We share y'all as mods. But yeah, but the Toya, she always is dropping me DMs on Instagram. She's always dropping me DMs on Instagram. Thank you, Miss Pamela. All of you guys who are running my playlist, that's why I did the second one, because I didn't want to sound like, I appreciate everybody who is helping me. This is a long haul for me. And I know it's just as hard for other people, but I think with me it's because I'm not doing a whole bunch of these 4 and 5 hour lives. If I was doing a bunch of 4 and 5 hour lives, I'd have been made it. I know we met in Jovi's. Exactly. Because I met all of y'all in Jovi's chat. Jovi is the one who convinced me to start a YouTube channel. She convinced me to start the YouTube channel because I was content being a subscriber and supporting people. But, I am really happy that I did start the YouTube channel. It has forced me to finish my book. The book is almost done, you guys. And when it is done, I will be promoting it. I might even read excerpts from it for you guys. I'm excited that it's almost done, because once that book is done, I can then work on the other books that are partially written, including my compilation of poetry. I've got like 4 or 5 books that are partially written, but God wouldn't let me finish those books until I finish the book on raising my son. So it's finally almost done, so I can get that off of me. I can get that off of me. And it's really, really talking about the journey all the way up until he got out of high school. But it deals with, you know, how we dealt with death, because he lost my mom. I lost my mom, you know, just, you know, how I dealt with the diagnosis, all of that stuff. You know, it goes more into depth than I could ever go on my channel. You know, it's not a long book, but, you know, it tells the story. Yep. Well, I met Terry in DLD's chat. That's where I met Terry in DLD's chat. Yeah, that's how I met Terry. Terry was in DLD's chat, but the rest of you guys, the rest of you I met, and then Lawrence, I met you in the Viper Pit. There's a few people from DC that I met you know around here. Because one person, they asked me, they said, "Why do they call you DC?" I'm like, it's my initials and it's where I'm from. It's where I'm from. Do I sound like I'm from California? No, I don't. I only act like I'm from Cali. You know, but, you know, it's like, that's why I said I look very, you know, I look very California on the outside, but I'm still like conservative, like from home. But I don't think that I would have got tatted up or pierced up, you know, if I'd have stayed in the DC area, you know, because if I'd have stayed home and not come to California, I would have probably ended up like all of my friends working for the federal government. How depressing is that? All my friends work for the federal government. Most of them do. I have one friend, one of my high school classmates is a judge. Another one of my high school classmates is like a state senator in Maryland. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I met people like, you know, all over here in Black YouTube. And it's so funny because DOD was like, I don't know if you want to go into the rest of Black YouTube. He says, he warns me. And I'm like, you know, it can't be that bad. But some of these people are just crazy, you know, and they just crazy. Pamela, when I heard, what are you guys saying? Yep, but can I see? Oh, you have it. Thank you. But I've met a lot of the people on here, and then, you know, there's just, you know, they're just the crazies around here. They are who they are. I know, doesn't rock and roll tattoos out. I know we don't. That's why I'm saying all of my tattoos are covered up, you know, and I'm not like, you know, I don't have like, you know, sleeves on my arm. You know, and here's the wild thing. I didn't get my first tattoo. No, that's a lie. I was over 35 when I got my first tattoo. And when I started, yeah. And I'm not even finished with the tattoos because I have to finish and get the autism tattoo for my son. But, you know, tattoo shops are not open, and even when they do open, it's still going to be a minute before DC goes into a tattoo shop to get that tattoo. And I just want to get it on, you know, a little something on my arm for him. Oh, Left Eye. Man, I can't even watch. I watched that documentary she did, but it's like, you know, you can't watch it to the end because you're going to see. And they just show it. It was on MTV. I remember when they showed that thing. I remember when Aaliyah died. Aaliyah died, and they announced it on the radio. And I was driving to the roller skating rink to go roller skating. I miss being able to roller skate too. Shoot. I think I'm in. Oh, there was somebody. I see. The funny thing is that there's so many people like it's funny how I never saw Terry, but I've been following Tasha K for a long time, but I just probably never was ever in the chat when Terry was there, you know. And how I found out about Jovi was through Tasha K. And I'm like, oh, I like her. She's cool. And she's from New York. And I was hooked ever since. I mean, I go and, you know, I watch Tasha, but I don't watch Tasha as much as, you know, as I did, you know, back in the day, you know. Watch Neek too. It's just some of the stuff that they're talking about. I'm not really interested in the subject. So, you know, when you talk about something I want to hear, I come through. You got 17 or 18. My first tattoo was to cover up a scar from surgery. And I have a hummingbird on my shoulder that is putting nectar into a marigold. And the marigold is for my mother. And the hummingbird is me because I sing. But that was my first tattoo. But the hummingbird was there first. And then I added the marigold when my mom died. And actually the hummingbird, out of all of the tattoos that I have, it still looks exactly the same. I mean, it was popping exactly the same as it was when I first got it. And the guy that did it, when I wanted to get more tattoos, he had like closed his shop and everything, but he had used this really good non-toxic ink that was really vibrant colors, and they still are vibrant. I haven't ever had to have that one like filled in. You were her first mod. Let me see. I think that Mahogany was my first mod. Mahogany was my first mod, and you and Pamela. I made all three of you mods at the same time. I made all three of you guys mods at the same time. And then I had to go. Terry, I had to go find his page to make him a mod. Yeah. She's not, I mean, I still like Tasha. I do. But, some of the stuff she does, I'm not interested in the subject matter. But I still am a supporter of her channel, But I'm not like Jovi, I'm a member on Jovi's channel. Because, channels that, like I really, really want to support like that, I'm members on it. That way, I'm always, even if I'm not able to come to the lives, or I don't catch their lives, you know what I'm saying? I'm constantly supporting the channels. That's why I like the memberships, because that gives, you the ability to give them. I'm just seeing what you guys are saying. Oh, a heart. See, my name is tattooed on me. Well, my Lady DC is tattooed on me. It's on my ankle with the ladybug. Hurt like hell. Hope I don't ever have to get it filled in. I got it on my ankle because, I don't know why. I don't know why I got it there. But I wanted to make it sure it was someplace that it could be seen, So when I decide I'm not wearing pants, people can see it. I'm always wearing pants, so people don't see it unless, I have on shorts or I happen to wear a dress. But it is a ladybug crawl. It looks like it's a ladybug crawling down my leg that wrote out Lady DC. Let me see. I'm going to come on camera. I've been on here for like an hour, 15 minutes. I'm going to come on camera and get my mouse to work. It's dark in here. Hey guys, it's dark in here. So I pulled my hair up. Pull it back down. Well, see, you get used to the pain, Miss Pamela. Once they start, you get used to it. It's just, it starts to numb. You get used to it. Like the one here on my wrist. I don't know if you guys can see this one. Let me see if I can do it. See? It's hard to show this one because of where it is on my arm. But let me see if I can put it that way. Can y'all see? Let me see. Stand up and sit. Show it. Yeah. Now y'all can see. That one right there. That is a bookworm. That didn't really hurt that much because it's on my arm. There's fat there. The one on my ankle hurt. The one on my ankle hurt. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Terry. I'm too old. But I started getting the tattoos late. I mean, I didn't have no tattoos when I was younger. I didn't. I already had the piercings though. The tattoos, I started the tattoos after me and my ex-husband separated. Because I was like, I want these tattoos, and I'm going to have these tattoos before I get with anybody else, so they're going to have to accept me with the tattoos. And it's worked, even if they didn't like tattoos. Oh, this is Pinot. Let me see. It's one of those little cheap ones. It's Pinot Grigio. Tinsdale. I'm trying to show y'all the... It won't let me show y'all. Let me see. Yeah, now y'all can see. Tinsdale. Yeah. It's cheap. Like $4 or $5. $4 or $5. Yeah, Terry, I'm going through my actual live streams as I'm listening to them, and I'm trying to pull all of the ones that have that, all of those conversations that you and I had, and put that into like a series. So give me a minute to get that together. But I've been on here for a minute, you guys. See, I come on camera eventually. But I told y'all, it's always dark in here, see? Since my son's not here tonight. That's why I had a little libations. Because there is, Sonny Boy is gone. It's just me and Bay, and he just went upstairs. So, because YouTube is not his thing. He is like, he'll be glad when I get my 4,000 hours and I get monetized. You know, because he's sick of me in YouTube. But I'm too close to quit, y'all. I'm too close to quit. I gotta keep doing this until I get I'm not gonna stop. But let me get ready to get off of here. So let me put this glass over here. All right, you guys, thank y'all for being here. I think I'm starting to move around. It looks like my signal okay? Yeah, I think I'm okay. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll be back tomorrow. I will be on sometime during the day. I'm gonna make sure my phone has enough charge on it. Make sure my AirPods have enough charge on them so that I can come on live while I'm on set. Okay? So I'll see y'all tomorrow.